In today's presentation, I'm going to summarize 3 chapters of a project-based learning book that is written by Susie Boss and Jane Krause. After reading the book, I found that project-based learning has the potential to fully engage students and teachers in the process of learning and change the student-teacher dynamics. It also strengthens their problem-solving abilities and prepares them for college and careers. So let's start with chapter 3, Imagining the Possibilities, which means what questions should a teacher ask himself or herself when starting a project. The first question might a teacher ask is, what is the most important? First, a good understanding to the goal of the project and the core of the ideas that a project has. Second, good projects should reflect the students' understanding to the big idea. It's a manifestation of students' interests and experiences. The second question, what is the big idea of the project? The only way to answer that question is giving students the opportunity to apply the activity in the real world so they can understand more effectively the goal of the subject that they are studying. Next, what is the digital age literacy? It is the effectiveness of using and identifying the real-world tools. I actually like Jeff Whipple, the Canadian educator's definition of the digital age literacy. He emphasized the importance of giving students the opportunities to find their own stories and their own information to share them with others. Therefore, students should be able to find the information and assess whether it's good or bad. Now, a teacher might ask also, what does learning dispositions mean? Psychologists separated learners into 2 different categories: fixed mindset people and growth mindset people. Now, fixed mindset people believe their basic qualities, like their intelligence or talent, are simply fixed traits. They don't believe in the power of willingness. On the other hand, growth mindset people find difficulty as a great sign of their success, and they believe in the effectiveness of efforts. Now, how to keep the students in mind? The former chief scientist, John Seely Brown, suggests that we should replace the term project with passion and think about our ideas again. So, making the students feel that what they are learning is interesting and important is the most important thing. Now, let's go to chapter 4, Strategies to Discovery. This chapter focuses on selecting and designing projects, integrating technology in new ways to reach your instructional goals as a teacher. Now, the first strategy is reviewing projects. If you decide to start with a project, you need to be aware that quality varies widely. So, being selective gives you an opportunity to be a critical consumer. Now, here are some potential pitfalls in a project design to watch for a teacher. First, long on activity, short on learning outcomes. 2, technology layered over traditional practice. 3, trivial technique units, which means some classes use a unifying theme for a whole year's school, for the whole year's work. It could be addressed repeatedly over the year through a variety of projects. 4, it might be overly scripted with many steps. 5, not enough focus on formative assessment. 6, assessment that doesn't feel authentic. Now, how to design terrific projects? By allowing students to be engaged in the project they are doing and setting up a situation in which the students want to ask questions and learn more. Your project will not be a lab in which students replicate what someone else has done. So here are some important features the best projects share. Different learning paths, generative, structured for inquiry, interesting for students, realistic, get important learning dispositions, connect students with authentic audience. Now, where project ideas come from? Here are some ways to come up with ideas. A tried and true project with potential for more meaningful expressive learning. Project plans developed by and for other teachers. New stories, student interests. Now, Chapter 5, Making Assessment Meaningful. In the project-based learning, each student or team has to approach the learning experience in a unique way until they come up with a new understanding and solutions. This paragraph summarizes the qualitative results of changing assessments to be more authentic, where teachers, parents, and community members are more involved than before. Here are two essential pillars of an authentic assessment: formative assessment and summative assessment. Now, how to plan for summative assessment? Here are 3 steps to plan for summative assessment. Of course, we have here, first step is determining what students will learn by doing the project, then what they show to demonstrate their learning, and lastly, what approaches might they take to go from not knowing to knowing. Now, plan for formative assessment enables a teacher to guide the students' efforts toward the learning goals he or she established, making necessary adjustments to help them achieve quality results. And finally, here are some of the assessment options and tools that can be used: brainstorming, checklists, coffee talks, concept maps, etc. So that was everything for today. And thank you so much for watching.